Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that I've never really talked about before. I'm just going to address it because I have gotten some private questions asking this question. How do I know? Or it's along the lines of this. How do I know if a manifesting teacher is right for me? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through how I have personally evaluated for myself throughout my life whether or not a particular teacher is right for me. And of course, like everything else, this video is just through my perspective. It's just for those of you who might be questioning who is right for me to learn from, who isn't. And if you're in that process of discovering that, maybe this can help you out. Before I jump in, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. Also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. All of my courses are linked below. There are 13 courses down there. I can help you manifest anything you want. And the last thing I'll say is I do a weekly giveaway for a bundle of 3 ebooks that I wrote. The way to enter into the contest is to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to comment below. Okay, so let's jump into this. And yeah, again, I'm just offering this out. People have asked me personally and privately, how do I know if this is the right teacher for me? What ways do I evaluate this? Things along this line have been coming into my field recently. So I just thought I would share what I use or have used in the past to evaluate whether or not a teacher is right for me. And I will preface it with saying that I have recently hired a mentor personally. It's not a manifesting mentor. It's not a spiritual mentor. It's a mentor in another area of my life, but I hired him and I actually did use these steps personally, just more intuitively, to decide that he was the right teacher for me. So I'm going to give you 3 things that you can look at when evaluating whether or not a teacher or a coach or someone who's going to help you, a mentor, is right for you. The first thing to look at, and again, these are things, I'm going to give personal examples from my own life, how I've used these things or how I've not used these things. So the first thing to look at is, how do you feel receiving this person's guidance or teachings? This is actually really important. How do you feel when you're receiving this person's teachings? So I have a story about this. I hired a coach many years ago at this point, and she was more of a business coach. And I wasn't evaluating through this lens, through this questioning. And the truth was, when I received her teaching, she's a great coach and she's really well known, and she really knows what she's doing. There's nothing wrong with her. But when I was receiving her teachings, it would really, really stress me out. It would make me feel like I didn't know very much. It would make me feel like I was really behind. It would make me feel like I wasn't like advanced or as masterful as I thought that I was. And so when I was receiving her teachings, I would feel small. I would feel more collapsed. I would feel not that great. And to me, this is a big red flag that someone should not be your mentor. And again, it's not about the other person. It's just about like, what is happening for you in this dynamic. So along with this first one, how does this person make you feel? How does their teachings make you feel? What I totally believe, and for myself, I stand by, I would not hire a mentor that made me feel collapsed. And I believe that someone should make you feel supported, uplifted, expanded, like you can do things that you didn't think you can do. You want to, and again, I'm just going to keep saying this is my perspective. You want to be working with people that make you feel expanded and make you feel more powerful and make you feel like you can do things that you didn't feel like you could do before. So this is the first thing to look at if you're evaluating whether or not someone is a good teacher for you. How do they make you feel? Do they make me feel expanded, or do I feel kind of collapsed and stressed in working with them? That's number 1. Number 2 is a little bit more of an intuitive feeling. And this is really connected with the person that I just hired. So this is, do I trust this person? Do I trust this person? This is so important. I feel this is so important. And at this point in my life, I just use my intuition to decide whether or not I trust someone. I believe that we all have access to that very wise knowing within that tells us whether or not we can trust someone. You know, maybe we have reasons where we feel like we can't trust someone, and that is about us. I'm not saying that our intuition is always spot on and perfect, but for me, when working with someone and when being able to like really be able to take in what they're teaching me, I have to be able to trust them. I have to feel like, yeah, they know what they're doing and they're leading me in the right direction. I feel safe with this person. I feel safe with this person. I feel like comfortable with them. That to me is a very, very big or an important indicator on whether or not someone is a good teacher. Do I trust them? Do I intuitively trust them, who they are, and their teachings? This feels really important. And the third thing to look at, and I think in terms of a manifesting teacher, this might be the most important thing to look at. And I think it's super important, honestly. This is, does this person have what I want? Does this person have what I want? Okay. So why is this important? It's important for a lot of reasons. And let me just say, it's not that a teacher has to have every single thing that you want. It's not that they have to be like the total embodiment of what you want. And I'll give an example from my own life. It's just that if you are learning from someone and they are teaching you and they are helping you to arrive to a place in your life that you want to be in, you do want to evaluate, are they where I want to be? Do they seem to have the things that I want to have? Or if you're learning in just a very specific area of your life, do they have things in that area of life that I would like to have for myself? Okay, so of course, not everyone, I don't share all of my personal life with you guys. So there's things about me that you don't know, and you don't know if I have it or not. That's really, again, kind of an intuitive thing. You have to tune into what you feel in me. Is it something that resonates for you? And is it something that you desire to have on some level as well? Now, like I was saying, it doesn't have to be that that person has everything you want in every area of your life. An example for me is, and this person he's not really, really a teacher for me, but he has been someone that I've tuned into his teachings quite, I'd say for the past 10, maybe 15 years. That's Eckhart Tolle. So he wrote The Power of Now. And I think he's an amazing spiritual teacher, actually. Some people have mixed feelings about him because he's kind of bland and boring and like slow. And he has this quirky way about him. So obviously when I look at Eckhart Tolle, I'm not like, oh yeah, I want to be Eckhart Tolle. I want to have like totally the life that he has. No, he's much more of a kind of a monk figure, like a more very simple life. And I don't experience him as being someone who I want to be. However, there's aspects of him that I really respect. I really resonate with who he is as a person. I do also trust him. And again, also like his teachings make me feel expanded. So for those reasons, he feels like someone who could be a teacher to me. Now, again, I kind of barely dip into his teachings anymore, but I'm just using this as an example. So these are the three things that I suggest you look at when evaluating whether someone is a good teacher for you. So again, the first one is, how do I feel when I'm learning from this person or taking in their teachings? Do I feel expanded or do I feel collapsed? This is something important to evaluate. I personally would not take teachings from someone I felt collapsed from. That's just me. You have to decide if you want to. Number two, do I trust this person? That comes from just kind of an intuitive, when I feel into them, do I trust this person? Again, the person that I recently hired, I've known his teachings for many years. Immediately, I trusted him the first time I saw his teachings. I never knew I was going to work with him down the line, but he is someone who when I feel into him, I'm like, I really, really trust this person. immediately. So that's important for me when I'm choosing someone to be my mentor. And then the third thing is, does this person have what I want? Does this person seem to have what I want? Remember that teachers are offering their transmission out to you. It's actually like a potent experience. And of course, we can uptake as much of it as we want, but people are offering their transmission out to you. And the people that we consume in terms of their teachings, it is molding and shaping who you are. And so you do want to make sure that you are taking in teachings that really resonate for you, that expand you, that make you feel bigger and better than you feel without that teaching, okay? This is my 2 cents on it. I hope you like this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Also, what your experience around choosing teachers, manifesting teachers, like how do you choose? What do you have to say about that? I'd love to hear in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.